It's there every time I try to look the other way. Reality is cruel, maddening. I wasn't even halfway to sleep. It's a rarity now. Sometimes I think I've found it. I slip into a soft dream, a warm place where the sun shines and the grass blows in the wind. Then I wake up cold, covered in sweat. The bedroom is always so dark. Moonlight glowed blue over me. The pillow was a rock beneath my head. Laying sideways, I could see everything outside, everything that could have been. Reflections out there, echoes of a past life, of one that could exist someday. But I was bound to the house, bound to this place. Terror doesn't settle in until later. I've lived in here long enough. I was somewhere outside that window, till I remembered the bed. The house held me hostage, seemed to taunt me with it, left a window open just to give me hope. The house shook. Like a runner, I shot off. Screams and cries down the hall, the rumbling of the floor. The house swayed, folded to the will of the darkness. The moon couldn't sit still. In the sky, it went through all of its phases. The screams, the cries, the screams, the cries. Pictures fell off walls. Doors opened and slammed. Windows. I was in Satan's stomach. I grabbed the doorknob, yanked it. The door tore open, halfway. Tried to pull back shut. Behind me, the bed hit the ceiling. Drawers opened. Clothes flew across the room. It settled in my gut. Delirium. Rage. Complete madness. I ripped the door open, jumped through. I almost got caught in the frame. The wooden jaw slammed shut, and I was spared the teeth. The hallway was hell, papers flying, chairs floating, voices screaming and sobbing, weeping everywhere. Everywhere! Doors, windows, paintings, a flock of books flapping their wings flew across the hall. The cat meowed somewhere, cried, begged for help. It needed me to come help it, but I was trapped. I was bound to this place. I was out of breath, out of time, out of. I swallowed and ran. They turned their attention to me. The books came in a barrage, pinned me. They aimed for the head. I tried to block with my hands. The shelf couldn't drain forever. But what if it did? What if the shelf did drain for forever? What if it never ran out of books and it always... Swiped a handful of books out of the way. They knew I was coming, so I'd show up the villain. If the devil met the devil, then the plates. They shattered over my head, showered me in porcelain. I screamed into the night, covered my head. More plates, more plates. All the pictures on the wall, they fell onto me. Keep moving, gain a few feet more. A door hit me. I stagger, but here come the books. I'm covering my head, looking around, praying, screaming, crying. I know they'll get me again, but I see it. The door's down there, so close. They knocked me over. A punch to the back of my neck. There's a chair behind me. I get on my knees, check downstairs. Hell's gone loose down there. Through the moonlight, another chair comes. I duck this one, and the one after. I don't duck the paintings. I lay on the ground again. The house is war around me, and this is the gunfire. The wind is howling outside, barely louder than the screams and cries of the man, the thing, whoever it is, that thing that taunts me, the man that keeps me up at night, that terrible, terrible thing that took me to this place and now keeps me here, and I just want out. I just want out! I realized I was screaming. Madness, hysteria, delirium. The piano flies overhead. I'm staring at the ceiling, sobbing. What do? I don't know how to get out. Memory. Memory's short, but it's what gets you through the nightmares. I get up. Already I'm hit. Glassware to the face, don't know what. I know I'm bleeding, but stare down the hall. Everything's roaring. Alive, horribly alive. Why couldn't the house just be dead? Memory answers me. Memory's all I need. Here comes all the silverware, plates, and glasses to go with. I rolled to the side, bobbed my head as a knife flew. No butter knife, a butcher's. No shields, no nothing, just the madness this time. I couldn't cry, thinking. Painting, right at my side. Shield enough. Held it up, said goodbye to Grandma's artwork. The knife stabbed through, missed my fingers, more plates, but I ran. I ducked a door that swung out, jumped a chair in the hallway. The cat meowed somewhere. Don't trip, go, don't trip. I couldn't trip, make sure you don't trip. Right over a stool, when knocked out of me. Had to keep running anyway. I don't want to be here anymore. The study door was so close now, so close. Cracked open. Wasn't slamming like the other ones, moonlight spilling out through the... I opened it. The house silenced itself. Something vacuumed all the noise out. Stole the riot that tormented the house's heart. The beast was quelled. The dragon slain. Now the night stood over its body, thinking, cold, sobbing. The study was a sanctuary. No fallen paintings, nothing out of place. There were still books on the shelf in here. All my papers were stacked in neat little piles, manuscripts stapled together, the same as it always was at night, before the house went mad. Solemn, but peaceful. Seemed to carry a mind of its own. There was a shape in the moonlight. Their hair was black as nothing. Clothes tattered to rags. They were so thin you knew someone robbed them of their soul. At the desk, they appeared like a prisoner, a victim left in hell. Corpses walk, you know. Something dark glistened on their cheek. I think I used to know them before. Maybe they remember me. Didn't stop the ice in my hands and feet. I was standing in front of my grave. They turned around. Their eyes glowed white, animated. Black tears wet their cheek, viscous like oil. They couldn't be real. The corpse whined in its throat. When people cry, their eyes shake in their sockets. Not the corpses. Theirs were still. Then I woke up. The window let in nighttime blue. Stars twinkled through the gloom. I could reach out and catch one, keep it for myself, leave it in a little box underneath the bed. Pencils and pens sat in a basket off to the side. A computer and typewriter were to the left. Stacks of pages and stapled papers to the right. Every work I'd written, completed or incomplete. This was the place where I'd grown up. The study. Got the name from Dad, when he said I should have been writing college essays here. The study. The chair shook underneath me. I flinched. The desk caught my hands. The chair tipped one way but balanced itself. Delirium? Not yet. Not now. Not till I had proof. The rumbling again. A painting fell off the wall. Books off the shelf. The typewriter clicked. Oh shit, oh no, not another earthquake. But I know when I'm lying to myself. I don't live in California. That's when madness settles in, because you want more than anything to see stars instead of darkness. But they're all out the window. They're all so far out of reach. You're always wrong. No matter if you want to be right. That's why we go batshit. It was cold. Blood in the snow. Tickled my cheek. I wiped it with the back of my hand. The house rumbled again. Threw more paintings from the walls. Downstairs, the grandfather clock fell on its face and smashed open. The TV was next to go, I figured. My bearings were gone. Finding them would only make me lose them again. The oil on my hand was black and icy, almost like a leech, a shadow black slug sucking the life out of my wrist. Thinking. The shakes began. I listened to the house. Somewhere, a heartbeat. The place was sick with something, but there was no doctor and there was no cure. You can't fix what's already shattered. You can't look the other way. Tremors took the house. Plates smashed, chairs flew, the TV burst against the wall, somehow played static. Outside, the stars blinked. The moon changed phases. 1 month in 3 seconds. I threw my head back and screamed.